Hey guys, so today I will show you how to use the motor goat, and it should be the same for power goat or billy goat, two model as well. So you would need to turn the key ignition on. Once you turn the ignition on, then you will see the light right over there. So it means it's on, okay? And now once you turn it on, you would need to press this power button, hold it until you see Goat Bikes logo come up, and you'll see the display. Let me get closer to display so you can see more information. So on display you will see basically headlight on right now, and headlight on, it's depend if you turn it on. So to turn on actual headlight, you have to press the plus sign first and hold it for a few seconds. Then it will sign up here on, and then it will be working. And this one will switch the beam, high beam or low beam, or in the middle will be daylight. If you don't do this, the headlight will not work. So basically, if you don't have this headlight on, it means it's not on, regardless if you're switching this button on the left side. As you can see, nothing will happen. So first you need to do plus sign until the light show up over here, and then the headlight will work. Okay, that's how you use headlight. On the left side over here, you'll find horn. It works anytime when the bike is on. And turning signals right over here, turning left side, middle it will be off, to the right would be right sign, and you can see it's blinking. The rear light will start to blink only on the new models, which will be delivered in April. So the older models shouldn't have blinks on the back. It will show the signals yellow, but it will be just plain yellow without blinking signal. It's still good, but not as great when it's blinking. But again, it's gonna be updated in the next batch. Again, many bicycles does not come even with blinkers or without signals, so it's great that they do come with a front and rear. Okay, so it's a great feature. So next we're gonna go to learn how to use walk mode. And walk mode is great for people when you get flat tire. If you're going uphill, you cannot really ride the bicycle, but you want to walk with your bicycle, but the bicycle is heavy to go off-road, or if you are on a sand. So anytime you need assistance, you press this minus sign and you hold it for a few seconds and it will activate it. You can see about 7 miles an hour, 8 miles an hour. The reason you see that because when you are going uphill, and to turn it off, you either press any brake or throttle, it will turn it off, or the minus sign again. So walk mode, it's for people when you need assistance, not just walking with a bike on the flat surface as regular walking like with a girlfriend or wife. That's different. That's why you need a higher speed, because it will be much more resistance going uphill or in the mud or sand. Many people confuse why it's so fast. That's the reason you're getting much faster, because by the time you start to go uphill, instead of 7 or 8 miles an hour, it will be only like 2 or 3 miles an hour. Also, it will help you to walk with the bike up the hills. I use this always off-road. When I going to the very steep hill where I cannot really ride it, I use other bicycle with a walk mode to help me to walk up the hills. It helps in some situations. It does not really happen often, but sometimes it helps a lot. And also will help you if you get a flat tire to walk with your bicycle. And then the next step to learn how to use the settings. So you need to go in settings by pressing plus and minus at the same time, and then you're going to be inside the settings. And inside the settings, and it will turn off. You see, like I wait for too long. So inside the settings, you're gonna see, let me get closer. you're gonna see different options, LCD brightness. So you'll see unit. When you press the power button over here, it will go to the options to change it. So I'll keep miles. So anytime you need to change, you press the power button over here. If you need to go up or down, you press plus or minus. So that's how you're going through the settings. Then as you can see, just leave the settings, and that's normal usually. So then you have options to change after off and off. That's for how soon you want the display to be turn off. If you don't use the bicycle, it will just turn off by itself. Then you can set up the time or completely off. And then you can see it's the still number, and the still number listed as 46. And I don't touch it, I just leave it as is. So the speed limiter I set to 100, but you cannot really see here. You can change it to less. So when you change to less, so it means you're gonna get slow speed on your bike. So it will reduce. Basically, it's a kind of percentage. So I believe if you put like 70%, you'll get 70% of the speed. That's usually how it works on most of the bicycles. Then you're gonna see boost gear. The boost gear, it's depends how many pedal assist levels you want. I'm gonna change to 9 actually, since I have pedals right now. But when I have pegs, I would keep 3 because I don't want to switch so much. But when you have a pedal, you want to have more natural pedaling. So I put 9 pedal assist levels, which good. And then you have a 0 start. So 0 start, it's when you press on power, you will see on and off. So if you click on 0 start, you click off, what's gonna happen next will be your throttle shouldn't work. Even in pedal assist 2, your throttle will not work as I'm trying right now, or any pedal assist level, the throttle will not work until you start to really pedal. So you would have to use either pedals, or you would need to ride at least on a speed like I believe 3 miles and up. Then the throttle will start to work in that situation. So that's how the 0 start works. So you want to keep it at on, unless you want to use it as a scooter. So you have to get a little bit of movement in order to use the throttle. That's actually good for safety features, and for people who never used the e-bike before, it might be a good choice to put the 0 start at off until you feel confidence, because if you touch the throttle accidentally, the bike can take off crazy. It will be very fast. That's why it's good. Then you got also, let's go back. The next would be boost drive. The boost drive, you have assistance, shift, or S and A. That's the difference between, I keep both because I use either pedal assist or throttle. If you put only one of them, like assist, you'll get only assistance, and shift, you'll give only shift. So basically, the throttle will not work, or the pedal assist will not work, depending on the options you're gonna select. Then you got ABC strength. That's something you keep it off because your bicycle does not have special brakes. ABC, it's usually for motorcycle. Special brakes which are equipped with ABS system. So you just keep that. And then start strength. I'm not sure it's keep turning off if I don't touch it. So the start strength, it's for some people who wants to keep it bike to go very quickly at the start. It shouldn't affect on the speed, but it affect on the start, so it give you more torque. I personally will keep it at 0 now, since I'm gonna pedal, and it will consume more power. So again, your battery will discharge faster, so I'll keep at 0 now. When I did a test 0 to 20, I keep at 5. So if you want a quick acceleration, you will not really see much difference, but you'll see a little bit difference of acceleration. Then boost magnetic type, you keep 12. That's for pedal assist cadence sensor. You keep it at 12 unless you replace with different cadence sensor. So 12, that's what it's included. And then odometer reset. When you click on reset, that something will reset your odometer. So I notice when you reset odometer, basically it will erase the trip and odometer both at the same time. And for some reason, this badge does not allow to erase the trip only. It will allow you to erase odometer completely. Then you get error codes. The error codes, it should be right over here. So if you get different error code, you will see them, and you can check the user guide like manual to see which error code is for. And that error code sometimes just show up because either some of the plugs might be turned off. So basically it will show you what problems you might have with your bike, but it's not necessary you have it. It means that it might be there for short time because you might have a low voltage, or you have some cable disconnected, like I have code 30. So it's all depend, but again, those codes are only problem when they stay there. If they're gone, it means the issue is solved and no to worry. Then you have a light sensitivity. Light sensitivity, I put it high, so I believe this one is give you kind of light when you're outdoor, and if it's bright, your headlight, I believe, or dimming will turn on brighter. But again, I'm not 100% sure how it will work, so I cannot really tell you about these options. I just keep it at high. And BT, it's for Bluetooth strength. I keep it at 5. It will give you higher Bluetooth, and also the voltage, I will keep it at 60. Don't touch the voltage. And then also you got, so basically you got Bluetooth if you connect, if you use this. If you don't use this, you don't care about the Bluetooth, but Bluetooth is good to keep at 5 if you use with your app, because they can unlock automatically. If you close range and your Bluetooth is on your on your phone, you turn on the bicycle, so you don't need to press the power button. It will automatically turn on if you Bluetooth in the range of the bicycle. So when you sit on the bicycle will turn on by itself as long as your key is on. Then you got cruise settings. The cruise settings is for cruise control. I keep it on. It's easy to use. So I'm on cruise control right now. So when you use the throttle and press the minus and hold it, you're gonna see this logo on the top come out. It means your cruise control is activated. To turn it off, you just press any brakes or throttle again, and it will turn off the cruise control. So cruise control, it works when you use throttle and press the minus at the same time while you're riding. So let's go back to settings. Then the next you'll see languages. It comes in a few languages, German, Dutch, French, Italian, Spanish, Czech, and then I'll select English. Password, you can select the password. So basically you would need to use password every time you turn on the bicycle, or you can also use as Bluetooth unlock as well. If you connect the Bluetooth with the app, so you can unlock it with Bluetooth, so when you get closer to the bike it will be unlocked automatically. And then you have options to connect Bluetooth as well over here, so you would just simply scan it and it will connect to your app, but you do need to download the app. Then it'll give you information on the display, latest firmware, serial number, I believe, and just go back now. And then it's allow you to reset to factory. So if you mess it up and you're not sure what's going on with your display, you can go back to click on power button under reset, click confirm, and it will reset. And once you're done, you can click exit or just wait for a few seconds. It will be just exit. And now you will see odometer reading on the left side, trip, pedal assist levels, average speed. And I recommend to keep the bicycle at 0 always. So at 0, the throttle will not work. The same pedal assist will not work. So it's the safest way to hold the bicycle always at pedal assist 0 when the bicycle is on. And that's how you're gonna use this, the percentage on the top. But I noticed sometimes the percentage might be not very accurate. and to check if the battery at least more than 70% used, you press on it. If it's blue, it means above 70. I believe if it's fall below, it will be green, and then if it's under 50, I believe, will be red. Or so basically, display might show you even full or maybe like 80%, but actually the battery might be more empty. I did not test it for long distance yet, so I'm gonna know later on exactly what color will change. But that's how you're gonna use the Goat bicycle to start using it. Also how using the settings. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.